Welcome to Fearless Audio, where powerful words meet fearless minds. You are about to begin a journey that could truly change the way you live, think, and grow. This is the audiobook of Habits of High Achievers, written by Bernard J. Lopez, a powerful guide to unlocking the daily habits that turn ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. This book is not about theory. It's about action, real habits, real growth, real change. Inside these chapters, you'll discover how high achievers think, how they act, how they stay focused, and most importantly, how they build the discipline to keep going when others stop. These habits are not just for the rich, the famous, or the lucky. They're for you. Whether you're starting out, rebuilding, or rising higher, this audiobook is your roadmap to a stronger, smarter, and more successful version of yourself. But remember, listening is only the first step. Take these words, apply them daily, and watch what happens. If this message inspires you, if you find power in these words, then support this channel. Subscribe, like, and share Fearless Audio with others who need motivation in their lives. Your support helps us create more inspiring content for people around the world who are chasing their dreams, just like you. Now, find a quiet space, take a deep breath, and get ready to discover the habits of high achievers. Let's begin. Introduction. The path to greatness begins with daily choices. Have you ever looked at someone successful and wondered what makes them different? It's not just their talent, education, or the opportunities they had. The truth is, most high achievers come from ordinary backgrounds, face challenges just like everyone else, and experience doubt and failure. But what sets them apart is what they do every single day. It's their habits, the small, consistent actions they repeat over time that shape their success. You see, success is not a one-time event. It's not something that magically appears. It's something built slowly, quietly, and often behind the scenes. High achievers don't wait for perfect moments. They create routines that push them forward, even on tough days. They stay focused when others give up. They choose growth when it's easier to stay comfortable. These habits become the building blocks of their dreams. This book is not about being perfect or becoming someone you're not. It's about discovering the powerful habits that anyone can adopt to rise higher in life. You don't need to be born with special gifts to become a high achiever. What you need is a strong why, a willingness to change, and the courage to start right where you are. Each chapter in this book will introduce you to a key habit practiced by some of the world's most successful and driven people. These are habits that fuel confidence, discipline, and purpose. They will help you think better, work smarter, and live with more direction. More importantly, these are habits you can apply in your own life, step by step. You might feel like you're starting small, but never underestimate the power of a small start. A single habit can change your mindset. A changed mindset can shift your actions, and repeated actions over time will transform your life. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and commit to growth. This is not just a book. It's a roadmap to the stronger, wiser, and more successful version of you. The journey to greatness doesn't start with a giant leap. It starts with a simple choice: to begin. Let's take that first step together. Chapter 1: Vision Beyond Limits. Every great achievement begins with a vision. High achievers don't just live day by day. They know where they're going. They see the future before it happens. They have a clear picture in their mind of what they want their life to look like. This vision pulls them forward, gives them energy, and helps them stay focused when things get hard. Think of a ship in the ocean. Without a destination, it will drift with the waves, going wherever the water takes it. But when the captain has a clear goal, the ship moves with purpose. It doesn't matter if the wind is strong or the waves are rough. The ship keeps going because the captain knows where it needs to be. In life, you are the captain. Your vision is your destination. High achievers live with intention. They don't leave their future to chance. They don't say, "I'll just see what happens." Instead, they ask, "What do I want my life to look like? Who do I want to become? What difference do I want to make?" These questions lead to powerful answers, and those answers shape their actions. One common trait among high achievers is that they write down their goals. They don't just think about them, they make them real on paper. Writing down your vision makes it stronger. It gives your dream a physical form. It tells your mind, this matters. When you write it down, your goal becomes more than a wish. It becomes a plan. Let's look at a few examples. A young woman growing up in a small town dreamed of becoming a doctor. She didn't have much money, and no one in her family had ever gone to college. But she had a vision. She could see herself in a white coat, helping people, making a difference. That picture stayed in her mind during long nights of study and early morning shifts. Today, she's not only a doctor, she's mentoring others to follow the same path. That's the power of vision. Another example is a man who worked in a factory for years. He had a passion for food and dreamed of owning a restaurant. He didn't have experience, but he had a vision of people enjoying meals he created. He saved every extra dollar, learned everything he could about cooking and business, and slowly built his dream. Today, his restaurant is full every weekend, and his vision is now reality. A strong vision creates discipline. When you know what you want, it becomes easier to say no to things that don't help you. You stop wasting time on distractions. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop chasing every trend. Instead, you focus on your path, your dream, your purpose. But how do you create a powerful vision for your own life? Start by getting quiet. In a noisy world, it's easy to lose your own voice. Take time to sit with your thoughts. Ask yourself deep questions. What excites me? What kind of life do I want in 5 years? Who inspires me and why? What do I want people to remember about me? Don't rush the answers. Let them come from your heart. Next, dream without limits. Don't shrink your vision to match your current situation. Your present does not define your future. Think big. Allow yourself to imagine a life that excites you, even if it feels out of reach right now. High achievers often start in small places, but they think in big ways. Then turn that dream into a goal. Write it down clearly. Be specific. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I want to build my own business that helps others and gives me freedom. Instead of saying, I want to be happy, say, I want to wake up each day doing something I love, surrounded by people who support me. The clearer your vision, the stronger your steps will be. After that, break your vision into smaller parts. Big dreams can feel scary, but small steps make them possible. If your vision is to write a book, your first step might be writing 1 page a day. If your vision is to run a marathon, your first step might be jogging for 10 minutes. Every small step counts. High achievers know that progress is built little by little, not all at once. It's also important to protect your vision. Not everyone will understand your dream. Some people may doubt you, laugh at your goals, or tell you to be more realistic. Don't let their voices become louder than your belief. High achievers don't wait for approval. They believe in themselves even when no one else does. Vision is more than a dream. It's a reason to get out of bed when you're tired. It's a light in the dark when life gets tough. It's the anchor that keeps you steady when the world feels uncertain. Without vision, you wander. With vision, you lead. There will be times when your vision feels far away. You may feel stuck, lost, or even ready to give up. But remember this, the vision is still alive inside you. Sometimes it just needs a little time, a little patience, and a little courage to rise again. Keep feeding it, keep imagining it, keep working for it. Even if your progress is slow, you are still moving forward. And one more thing, your vision will grow as you grow. What you dream today might be small compared to what you'll dream tomorrow. That's a good thing. High achievers are always expanding their view of what's possible. They never stop reaching. They never stop climbing. So take a moment now. Close your eyes. Picture the life you want to live. See it in full color. Feel it. Hear it. Let that picture stay in your heart. Let it guide your steps, shape your choices, and fuel your journey. This is how high achievers live, with vision beyond limits. And you can too. Your future begins with what you see today. See it clearly. Chase it boldly. Live it fully. Your journey has only just begun. Chapter 2, Discipline over Motivation. Motivation feels good, but it doesn't last. One day you're excited, ready to take on the world. The next day you're tired, busy, or just not in the mood. That's where most people stop. They wait for motivation to return before they take action. But high achievers are different. They don't rely on feelings. They rely on discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up early to study, work, or exercise, not because you're excited every morning, but because you made a promise to yourself. Discipline is about keeping that promise. Motivation is like a spark. It lights the fire, but it doesn't keep it burning. Discipline is the fuel that keeps the fire alive day after day. High achievers know this. They build habits that keep them moving forward even when their emotions try to pull them backward. Let's be honest. Discipline isn't always fun. It's not easy to stay committed when your friends are out having fun or when your bed feels warm and comfortable. But here's the truth. Success isn't supposed to be easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it. The people who reach their goals are the ones who are willing to do the hard things over and over again. Take the story of a young man who wanted to be a professional pianist. He wasn't the most naturally gifted, but he had a deep love for music. While others practiced an hour a day, he practiced 5, every single day. No excuses. There were times he was exhausted, times he wanted to give up, but his discipline kept him going. Years later, he was playing in concert halls around the world. He didn't get there because he was lucky. He got there because he was consistent. Discipline is about choices. Every day, you are faced with 100 small decisions. Do I hit the snooze button or get up and go for that run? Do I scroll through my phone or open that book? Do I complain about my situation or take one small step to improve it? High achievers choose growth, even when it's uncomfortable. One powerful way to build discipline is to create routines. Routines remove the need to make decisions all the time. When something becomes part of your daily schedule, it becomes automatic. For example, if you decide that you'll read for 30 minutes every night before bed, it becomes part of your life. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. Another way to grow your discipline is by keeping your promises, especially the ones you make to yourself. If you tell yourself you'll write 1 page a day, write it. If you say you'll go to the gym 3 times a week, go. Every time you follow through, you build self-respect. You prove to yourself that you're reliable. That inner trust is the foundation of discipline. Also, don't underestimate the power of small actions. You don't need to change everything in one day. High achievers often start small, a few push-ups, 10 minutes of study, 1 healthy meal, but they do it every day. Over time, those small actions build momentum. That's how big results are made, by stacking small wins on top of each other. One young woman dreamed of writing a novel. She had a full-time job and time was limited. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment, she decided to write just 500 words each night. That's less than 2 pages. It didn't seem like much, but she stuck with it every night, even when she was tired. After 6 months, she finished her book. A year later, it was published. Her secret? Not talent, not luck, just discipline. It's also important to stay patient. Discipline is not about speed, it's about direction. Some days will be slower than others. Some days, you'll feel like you're not making progress. But if you're still showing up, still doing the work, you are moving forward. Trust the process, even when it feels slow. There will be times when you mess up. You'll skip a workout, miss a study session, or eat something you said you wouldn't. That's okay. You're human. The key is to not let one mistake turn into a habit. High achievers don't aim for perfection. They aim for consistency. They forgive themselves, learn from the mistake, and get back on track. To help yourself stay disciplined, remove temptations. If you're trying to focus, put your phone in another room. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in the house. Make the right choice the easy choice and the wrong choice the hard one. Your environment plays a big role in your habits. Another tip is to track your progress. Keep a journal, a checklist, or an app. Mark an X every day you complete your task. Over time, those marks become a chain you don't want to break. Seeing your progress on paper reminds you that your hard work is paying off. And remember, discipline isn't about being hard on yourself. It's about loving yourself enough to do what's best for you. It's choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure. It's saying, I believe in my future enough to work for it today. One final story. A middle-aged man wanted to change his life. He had unhealthy habits, low energy, and no clear direction. But one day, he made a decision. He started walking every morning, even just for 15 minutes. He made small changes to his diet. He read 10 pages of a self-help book each night. A year later, he had lost weight, found a better job, and felt more alive than ever. Not because of one big move, but because of many small, disciplined ones. That's the gift of discipline. It doesn't just change your results, it changes you. It makes you stronger, wiser, and more confident. You begin to see yourself as someone who follows through, someone who doesn't quit, someone who rises even when it's hard. So the next time you don't feel motivated, remember, you don't need to feel ready. You just need to begin. Let discipline lead the way. Let it be your daily companion. Because in the end, it's not the most excited person who wins. It's the most committed one. Discipline is not a punishment. It's a form of freedom. It gives you the power to shape your own life, to break limits, and to become the person you were meant to be. Keep showing up. Keep doing the work. That's the habit of high achievers. And now it can be yours too. Chapter 3, The Power of Focus. In a world full of noise, distractions are everywhere. Your phone buzzes, notifications pop up, people talk, music plays, and the internet offers endless entertainment. It's easy to start something and then lose your attention within minutes. But high achievers understand one secret that many ignore. Focus is power. Without focus, you scatter your energy in too many directions. You start 10 things and finish none. You feel busy all day but achieve very little. But when you learn how to focus, even for a short period, you do more, learn faster, and create real results. High achievers don't just work hard, they work smart. And focus is what makes their efforts count. Focus means giving your full attention to one thing at a time. It means shutting out distractions, calming your mind, and diving deep into what matters most. It sounds simple, but in our modern world, it's one of the hardest skills to master. Let's look at how powerful focus can be. There was a young man who wanted to become a great artist. He didn't have expensive tools and he didn't go to a fancy school, but what he had was strong focus. Every day he chose one skill, drawing hands, painting skies, mixing colors, and spent hours on that single task. No multitasking, no distractions, just deep, focused practice. Over time, his art became amazing, not because he did everything at once, but because he focused on one thing at a time until he mastered it. High achievers often follow a rule: do less, but do it better. They don't try to win every race. They choose the few things that really matter, and they go all in. This level of focus helps them reach levels others only dream of. One reason many people struggle is because they try to do everything. They say yes to too many projects. They switch between tasks constantly. They check their phone every few minutes. The result? Their mind is scattered. Their energy is drained. Their goals feel further away, not closer. To become a high achiever, you must protect your focus. You have to learn to say no to things that don't matter. This isn't selfish, it's smart. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you say no to something important. Here's how you can train your focus. 1. Set clear priorities. Each day, decide what really matters. Don't make a long list. Choose 1 to 3 important tasks. These are your must-dos. Everything else can wait. When you focus on fewer things, you do them better. Use time blocks. Pick a time in your day, maybe 30 minutes or an hour, and dedicate it to one task. No phone, no multitasking, no switching, just that one job. Set a timer if needed. During that block, go deep. This builds a habit of concentration. 3. Remove distractions. Turn off notifications. Put your phone in another room. Use noise-canceling headphones. Close extra tabs. Clear your space. The fewer distractions around you, the easier it is to stay focused. 4. Practice mindfulness. Focus is not just about your environment. It's also about your mind. Meditation, deep breathing, or just sitting in silence for a few minutes each day can help you calm your thoughts and become more present. Let me tell you about another example. A woman in her late 30s wanted to build her own online business, but she had a full-time job and 2 young kids. Her time was limited, so she gave herself just 1 hour every evening to work on her dream. But during that hour, she had one rule: no phone, no emails, no multitasking, just pure focus. That hour became the most productive part of her day. Within a year, her business was earning enough to let her quit her job. That's the power of focused time. When you focus deeply, you enter what's called a flow state. Time disappears. Your mind becomes sharp. You stop thinking about everything else and just stay in the moment. Athletes call it being in the zone. Writers, artists, and scientists all experience it, and the more you practice focus, the more often you reach that state. But it's not just about work. Focus also helps in relationships. When you're with someone, give them your full attention. Listen, be present. Don't check your phone or think about something else. People can feel when you're really there. This builds stronger trust and deeper connections. Focus also helps with learning. If you're trying to study or gain a new skill, give it your full attention. Don't jump between subjects or scroll through social media in between. A short time of deep focus is more valuable than hours of half-focused effort. Of course, staying focused isn't always easy. Your mind will wander. That's normal. Don't beat yourself up. Just gently bring your attention back. Like any skill, focus gets better with practice. Also, take care of your body and mind. Sleep well. Eat healthy. Get some movement in your day. It's hard to focus when you're tired, stressed, or hungry. High achievers treat focus like an athlete treats performance. It needs training, rest, and care. Here's something else that matters. Focus isn't just about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Sometimes focus means slowing down, thinking clearly, and choosing the best path before moving forward. High achievers are not just fast, they are precise. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to improve a little each day. Maybe today you focus for 20 minutes. Tomorrow, try for 25. Every small step forward counts. Over time, those focused minutes become hours, days, and eventually a life full of purpose and progress. Let's wrap this up with a simple truth. Your focus shapes your future. Whatever you give your time, energy, and attention to will grow. If you focus on problems, they'll get bigger. If you focus on excuses, you'll have more of them. But if you focus on solutions, growth, and action, you will rise. Your dreams need your full attention. Your goals need your full heart. You were made for more, but you must learn to focus to reach it. So as you move forward, ask yourself each day, what deserves my focus today? What can I give my best energy to? What distractions can I let go of? Because when you control your focus, you control your future. And that is what high achievers do, again and again. Now, so can you. Chapter 4, The Strength of Consistency. Success doesn't come from one big move. It doesn't come from one lucky break, one amazing day, or one strong effort. It comes from showing up again and again. High achievers understand a simple truth. Consistency beats intensity. It's not what you do once in a while that shapes your future. It's what you do every single day. Consistency is the quiet hero behind every great achievement. It's the reason someone becomes strong, skilled, smart, or successful. It's not flashy. It doesn't always get noticed, but it works. When you keep showing up, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, that's when real change happens. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't do it once and expect to be done forever. You do it every day because it keeps your teeth healthy. The same is true for your goals, your habits, and your mindset. Success isn't a one-time event. It's a daily decision. Let's imagine a young man who wanted to become a marathon runner. He didn't start by running 26 miles. In fact, he could barely run 1 mile at first. But he ran a little every day, rain or shine, tired or fresh. Some days were better than others, but he didn't stop. He kept going. After 6 months, he ran his first half marathon. A year later, he completed a full one. Not because he had special talent, but because he had consistency. That's the power of steady effort. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. One of the biggest mistakes people make is starting strong and then giving up too soon. They get excited, set big goals, and push hard for a few days. But when the excitement fades, so does the effort. High achievers avoid this trap by thinking long term. They don't rely on mood. They rely on commitment. Consistency builds trust with yourself. Every time you follow through, you send a message to your brain. I can count on myself. That trust becomes confidence. You begin to believe that you are capable of change because your actions prove it. Let's look at another example. A woman dreamed of becoming a better public speaker. She was shy, nervous, and didn't know where to begin. But she made a small plan. Every day, she practiced speaking out loud for just 10 minutes. She joined a local speaking club and gave short talks once a week. She watched videos, took notes, and learned one new tip each day. A year later, she stood in front of a large audience and delivered a powerful speech. It didn't happen overnight. It happened because she stayed consistent. You don't need hours each day. You just need a little time and a lot of heart. Even 15 minutes of focused effort can make a big difference over time. It adds up. Think of it like drops of water filling a bucket. One drop doesn't do much, but drop after drop, day after day, the bucket fills. That's how goals are reached, with steady drops of effort. Here are some tips to help you stay consistent. 1. Start small. Don't try to do everything at once. Choose one habit, one goal, or one action. Make it simple enough that you can do it even on your worst days. Small steps are easier to stick with and lead to big results over time. 2. Make it part of your routine. Attach your habit to something you already do. For example, write in your journal right after brushing your teeth, or read for 10 minutes before going to bed. When your new habit becomes part of your daily rhythm, it becomes automatic. Track your progress. Use a calendar, journal, or app to keep track. Check off each day you complete your task. Seeing a growing chain of success gives you motivation to keep going. You don't want to break your streak. 4. Be patient with yourself. You will have off days. You might miss one. That's okay. What matters is that you get back to it the next day. Don't let one mistake become an excuse to quit. High achievers aren't perfect. They're persistent. 5. Remind yourself why you started. Write down your why and keep it somewhere you'll see often. When you feel tired or unmotivated, remind yourself of the reason you began. Purpose fuels persistence. There was once a teenager who wanted to learn a new language. He didn't have a tutor or expensive tools, but he downloaded a free app and made a promise to study for 10 minutes every day. He missed a few days here and there, but stayed mostly consistent. 2 years later, he was speaking that language fluently and even took a trip to a country where it was spoken. His secret wasn't speed. It was steady, daily effort. Consistency is also important for your mindset. Positive thinking, gratitude, and confidence all grow stronger when you practice them daily. If you start your day with a few minutes of gratitude or affirmations, over time your mind will begin to shift. You'll feel stronger, calmer, and more focused. But you must feed your mind every day, just like your body. Another benefit of consistency is that it builds momentum. At first, things feel slow, but then your small actions begin to create results. Those results bring motivation, and that motivation pushes you to do more. Before you know it, you're moving faster and further than you thought possible. It's like pushing a heavy wheel. At first, it takes a lot of effort, but once it starts rolling, it gets easier to keep going. Your habits work the same way. Consistency is what gets the wheel moving. There's a quote that says, "Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out." That's what high achievers live by. They don't wait for perfect moments. They show up, do the work, and trust the process. So if you want to be great, don't aim for one big day. Aim for many small days done well. Do the little things, do them often, and never stop. Your dreams don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to be present. Every day you show up, you get one step closer. It might not always be exciting, but it will always be worth it. Stay committed, stay consistent. That's how ordinary people achieve extraordinary things. You already have what it takes. You don't need to rush. You don't need to impress. You just need to stay on the path. Keep walking, keep showing up. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Because in the end, it's not about how fast you get there. It's about how steady you move forward. That's the real habit of high achievers. And now it can be yours too. Chapter 5, Learning from Failure. Failure is not the end. It is often the beginning of something greater. High achievers don't fear failure. They learn from it. While others may give up when they fall, high achievers rise stronger. They see every mistake, every setback, and every rejection as a stepping stone toward their goals. Failure is painful, no doubt. It can hurt your pride, shake your confidence, and make you question yourself. But hidden inside every failure is a lesson, a message that can guide you if you're willing to listen. The truth is, no one ever succeeded without failing first. The path to success is built with lessons from failure. Let's begin with a story. A young chef opened his first small restaurant in a quiet town. He worked hard, put in long hours, and poured his heart into every meal. But after a year, the restaurant closed due to low customers and rising costs. He felt crushed. He could have walked away and chosen another career, but instead he reflected on what went wrong. He learned more about marketing, customer service, and budgeting. He also asked for feedback from customers who had dined at his place. 2 years later, he opened a new restaurant in a better location with better planning. This time, it became a success. What looked like failure was actually preparation. High achievers understand that failure is feedback. It tells you what's not working. It pushes you to grow. It teaches you more than success ever could. Success feels good, but failure makes you wise. If you respond the right way, failure becomes your best teacher. Many people fear failure so much that they never try. They play it safe. They avoid risks. They dream big but act small. But high achievers take chances. They know that to achieve great things, you must step outside your comfort zone. And when they fall, they don't stay down. They reflect, adjust, and try again. One important habit of high achievers is resilience, the ability to bounce back. They don't let failure define them. They don't let one bad result make them feel like a failure. They separate the event from their identity. Failing doesn't make you a failure unless you choose to stop trying. Here's something to remember. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every great inventor, leader, or athlete you admire has failed many times, but they kept going. That's what made them great. Take, for example, a man who dreamed of becoming a children's book author. He sent his first story to a publisher. It was rejected. So he sent it to another and another. He got rejection letters again and again, over 20 of them. Most people would have quit, but he didn't. He believed in his story. Finally, one publisher said yes. That book became a global hit. The lesson? Rejection doesn't mean your dream isn't good. It just means it hasn't found the right door yet. Failure can also teach you humility. It reminds you that you don't know everything, that there is still more to learn. It breaks pride and builds character. High achievers know that growth often comes from the hard moments. They stay open to learning, even when it's uncomfortable. So how can you turn failure into fuel? Here are some steps. 1, accept it. Don't deny it. Don't blame others. Don't hide from it. Face it with honesty. Say, yes, I failed, but this is not the end. Accepting failure is the first step to learning from it. 2, reflect and ask questions. What went wrong? What could I have done differently? What did I miss? Honest reflection is powerful. It helps you avoid making the same mistake again. 3, separate failure from your worth. Just because something failed doesn't mean you are a failure. Everyone has setbacks. It's part of the process. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Show yourself some kindness. 4, make a new plan. Once you understand what didn't work, adjust your approach. Make a smarter plan. Learn from the pain and use it to do better next time. 5, keep going. Don't let fear stop you. Let failure strengthen you. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. Let's look at another story. A young woman wanted to create a mobile app to help people with mental wellness. She invested her savings, worked with a developer, and launched the app. But few people downloaded it. She felt defeated. But instead of quitting, she talked to users, read reviews, and found out what people really wanted. She redesigned the app based on feedback and relaunched it 6 months later. This time, it reached thousands. That first failure gave her the knowledge to succeed. Here's another powerful idea. Fail fast and fail forward. This means it's okay to make mistakes, especially early on, because each failure teaches you something. The faster you learn, the faster you grow. Don't waste time being stuck. Use failure to move forward, not backward. High achievers also build support systems. When they fail, they talk to mentors, friends, or family. They don't carry the weight alone. Talking to someone helps you see the situation clearly. It can give you strength when your own belief is shaken. And remember, don't compare your journey to others. Some people reach their goals faster. Others take longer. What matters is that you keep going. Your path is yours alone, and your failures are shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. Even the most successful people you know still fail. They still make mistakes, but they've trained themselves to respond with courage, curiosity, and confidence. That's what makes them high achievers. So the next time you face a setback, don't say, why me? Say, what can I learn? And then take that lesson with you. Let it make you better. Let it sharpen your focus, deepen your drive, and lift your spirit. You are stronger than any failure. You are more than any mistake. You are built to rise, to grow, and to achieve. Your story is still being written. And every time you get up after a fall, you turn a moment of failure into a step toward greatness. So be brave, be bold, try, fall, learn, and rise again. That's how high achievers do it, and so can you. Chapter 6, The Power of Focus. In a world full of distractions, focus has become a rare and powerful habit. High achievers understand that to achieve anything meaningful, they must protect their attention. They don't try to do everything. They choose the few things that truly matter and give them their full energy. Focus is the key that turns effort into achievement. We live in a noisy world. Notifications, messages, endless social media, and the pressure to always be busy pull us in 1,000 directions. It's easy to get caught up in doing many things and yet making very little progress. High achievers take a different path. They simplify. They decide what's important and say no to the rest. Focus is about clarity. It's about knowing your goal and giving it your full attention. When your energy is scattered, your results are small. But when your energy is focused, your progress becomes powerful. Think of a magnifying glass. When it spreads light in many directions, it does nothing. But when it focuses sunlight on one spot, it can start a fire. That's the power of focus. Let's talk about a young artist who wanted to become a successful painter. At first, she tried everything, different styles, different mediums, different subjects, but her work didn't stand out. One day, she decided to focus deeply on one area, painting city streets in oil. She studied it, practiced it, and gave all her attention to mastering it. Soon, her art developed a unique voice, and people began to notice. Her focused effort helped her rise above the noise. She didn't become better by doing more. She became better by doing less, more deeply. High achievers don't chase every idea or jump from one task to another. They create routines that help them stay on track. They set clear goals. They work in blocks of time, protecting their energy from distractions. They understand that multitasking doesn't mean being productive. It means being divided. Focus requires discipline. It's easy to start something new. It's harder to stick with something until it's finished. High achievers train their minds to stay with one thing at a time. They know that doing one thing well is far more valuable than doing many things halfway. Here's another example. A college student wanted to graduate with top marks. Many of his friends were trying to balance school, part-time jobs, parties, and hobbies all at once. But he made a different choice. He scheduled his day around focused study time, limited his distractions, and stayed fully present with each subject. He wasn't the smartest in the class, but he had the strongest focus. He graduated at the top because he trained his attention like a muscle. You might ask, how do I become more focused? It starts with awareness. Ask yourself, what really matters to me right now? What is the one thing I must give my best energy to? Then remove the noise. Turn off distractions. Put your phone away. Close unnecessary tabs. Create an environment where your mind can think deeply. Here are some simple but powerful tips to build focus. 1. Set clear goals. Know what you're working toward. A clear goal gives your mind a target. Without it, your focus will drift. Write your goals down and keep them where you can see them. 2. Work in time blocks. Set a timer for 25 to 50 minutes and work on one thing only. Then take a short break. This is called the Pomodoro technique, and it helps your brain stay fresh and focused. 3. Cut distractions. Put your phone on silent. Close unnecessary apps. Let people know when you are working. Protect your space like it matters, because it does. 4. Start your day with intention. Before diving into your tasks, pause and ask, what do I want to focus on today? Starting with a clear direction helps you stay centered. 5. Train your mind like a muscle. Just like building strength in the gym, focus grows with practice. At first, your mind will wander. That's okay. Gently bring it back. The more you do this, the better you get. Let's look at another story. A man wanted to learn how to play the piano. He had a busy life with work, family, and other responsibilities. But instead of trying to fit in long sessions, he made a plan to focus for just 30 minutes a day. No distractions, no multitasking. Over time, those focused minutes added up. A year later, he was playing songs with confidence. He didn't need more time. He needed more focus. High achievers also know that focus is not only about tasks, it's also about mindset. They focus their thoughts on solutions, not problems. They don't waste time worrying about things they can't control. They direct their energy toward action, not overthinking. Their mental focus gives them clarity in the chaos. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you have too many goals or too many tasks. Focus brings peace. It tells you, this is the one thing I will give my best to today. That choice frees you from the noise. Another important part of focus is saying no. You can't do everything. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you are saying no to something that matters more. High achievers are not afraid to say no. They protect their time and energy because they know how valuable it is. There was once a woman who started her own online business. At first, she tried to be on every platform, serve every type of customer, and do everything herself. She became exhausted and burned out. Then she made a shift. She focused on one product, one platform, and one type of customer. She streamlined her work and gave it her full attention. Within months, her business grew faster than ever before. Focus helped her do less but achieve more. In today's world, focus is a superpower. If you can train yourself to stay focused when others are distracted, you will rise above the noise. You will move faster. You will grow stronger. You will finish what others only start. You don't need to be a genius to succeed. You need to be focused. Even the brightest mind is powerless without direction. But a simple, focused effort day after day can create something amazing. So ask yourself, what am I giving my focus to? Is it helping me grow? Is it moving me forward? If not, it may be time to shift your energy. Remember, your time is limited. Your energy is not endless. Use it wisely. Focus it like a beam of light, and you will set your goals on fire. High achievers don't try to do everything. They do the right things with full attention. That's how they turn dreams into reality. And now, so can you. Make focus your habit. Let it be your guide. In a noisy world, choose clarity. In a distracted world, choose depth. Your future is built by what you focus on today. Choose wisely, stay steady, and keep your eyes on the goal. That's the habit of high achievers. That's the power of focus. Chapter 7, Building Strong Self-Discipline. Success is not about talent alone. It's not only about dreams or even hard work. One of the most powerful habits of high achievers is self-discipline. This habit separates those who wish from those who win. Self-discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It means choosing your future over your comfort, your growth over your excuses. Many people start with great motivation. They feel excited at the beginning, but when the work becomes hard, when the results are slow, they give up. High achievers are different. They keep going. Why? Because they have trained themselves to be disciplined. They don't depend on mood. They depend on commitment. Think about this. Every great result is the fruit of consistent action. A book gets written one page at a time. A strong body is built one workout at a time. A business grows one smart decision at a time. All of this requires discipline, the ability to stay on the path, especially when it's difficult. Let's take the example of a man who decided to run a marathon. At first, he was motivated, but then came early mornings, sore muscles, and days when he didn't feel like training. He had two choices: give in to the moment or stay loyal to his goal. He chose discipline. Day by day, he ran, sometimes slowly, sometimes with pain, but he kept moving. In the end, he finished the race. It wasn't his speed that made him a winner. It was his self-discipline. High achievers build discipline like a muscle. It doesn't happen overnight, but with daily practice, it grows stronger. They understand that small daily actions matter more than big bursts of energy. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing the right things consistently. Self-discipline also means being honest with yourself. It's easy to blame others or blame your situation. But discipline starts when you take full responsibility. No more excuses. No more delays. Just action. One step at a time. Another powerful thing about discipline is that it gives you freedom. At first, that sounds strange, but think about it. When you are disciplined with your money, you have financial freedom. When you are disciplined with your time, you have more time to enjoy. When you are disciplined with your health, you feel stronger and more alive. Discipline may feel hard in the moment, but it creates a better life. There was once a college girl who struggled with time management. She would always leave assignments until the last minute and often felt stressed. One semester, she decided to change. She created a simple daily schedule. She started waking up an hour earlier, planning her tasks, and following through even when she didn't feel like it. It wasn't easy, but it worked. Her grades improved. Her stress dropped. Her confidence grew. All because she chose discipline over delay. Discipline also means saying no, not just to others, but to yourself. Saying no to laziness, no to wasting time, no to temptations that steal your energy. High achievers protect their time, their energy, and their focus. They say no to short-term pleasure so they can say yes to long-term success. But discipline isn't about being harsh or cold. It's about being kind to your future self. It's choosing what will make you proud tomorrow instead of what feels easy today. It's a form of self-love. True discipline comes from care, not from punishment. So how can you build strong self-discipline? 1, start small. Discipline is not built in one day. Begin with one habit. Maybe it's waking up early. Maybe it's exercising for 10 minutes. Maybe it's reading one page of a book. Start small, but be consistent. 2, create a routine. Your environment shapes your actions. Build a daily routine that supports your goals. Make it automatic. The less you have to think about it, the easier it becomes. 3, remove temptations. Set up your space for success. If your phone distracts you, turn it off during work time. If junk food tempts you, don't keep it in the house. Make it easier to do the right thing. 4, reward your effort. Celebrate small wins. Give yourself credit when you follow through. This builds momentum and keeps you motivated. 5, forgive quickly. Restart fast. You will mess up sometimes. That's okay. Don't quit. Don't wait for Monday to start again. Just get back on track as soon as possible. One bad day doesn't erase your progress. Let's look at one more story. A young man wanted to learn coding and get a better job. At first, he was excited, but after a few weeks, he got tired. The lessons were hard. Progress was slow. He almost gave up, but instead of quitting, he changed his approach. He started studying at the same time every evening, even when he felt tired. Some days he only learned for 20 minutes, but he kept going. 1 year later, he landed his first job in tech. It wasn't magic. It was discipline. Self-discipline may feel lonely sometimes. While others are partying, you're working. While others sleep in, you're up early. But remember this, the pain of discipline is always less than the pain of regret. You will never regret giving your best, but you will regret quitting on your dreams. Also, don't confuse discipline with perfection. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be committed. High achievers fail too. They miss workouts, they mess up plans, but they don't stay down. They bounce back because discipline isn't about never falling. It's about always rising. Another thing to remember is that self-discipline becomes easier over time. The more you practice it, the more natural it feels. What once felt hard becomes your new normal. Soon, what once seemed impossible becomes part of your daily life. If you want to change your life, start by mastering yourself. Control your actions, control your thoughts, control your habits. That's what self-discipline is all about. It's not about forcing yourself. It's about guiding yourself. So today, ask yourself, what is one area where I can be more disciplined? Start there. Make a plan. Follow through. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait to feel ready. Just begin. The journey will not always be easy, but it will be worth it. Because every act of discipline builds the life you dream of. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you get one step closer to success. High achievers are not superhuman. They just make different choices. They choose discipline over distraction, effort over excuses, growth over comfort. And now, so can you. Train your will, strengthen your habits, keep your word to yourself. Let self-discipline become your superpower. It is the quiet force behind every great success story, and yours is just beginning. Chapter 8, The Strength of Patience and Persistence. We live in a world that moves fast. People want instant results, instant success, and instant rewards. But high achievers know something different. They understand the value of patience and persistence. These two qualities work together like strong wings that carry dreams into reality. Without them, even the most talented people fall short. With them, even the most ordinary people can achieve greatness. Patience is not about doing nothing. It's about staying calm and steady while you work hard toward your goal. It means not giving up just because progress is slow. Persistence is about not stopping. It's about continuing to move forward, even when things get tough, boring, or painful. When you combine patience with persistence, you build a force that is hard to break. Let's look at the story of a man who wanted to become a lawyer. He wasn't a fast learner. His grades were not the best. Many people told him he should try something else, but he didn't listen. He studied harder. He read longer. He failed his exam twice, but he didn't stop. On the third try, he passed. Later, he became a respected lawyer known for his honesty and hard work. His story wasn't about talent. It was about never giving up. High achievers don't expect everything to happen fast. They trust the process. They plant the seed and water it every day, even when they don't see results right away. They know success takes time. The tallest trees don't grow overnight. Neither do strong careers, deep skills, or meaningful lives. These things take patience, and the people who win are those who keep going, step by step, even when the finish line is far away. It's important to understand that challenges are not signs to stop. They are tests. They ask, how much do you want this? Many people quit at the first sign of difficulty. High achievers don't. They stay in the game, they learn, they grow, and they come back stronger. There was once a woman who dreamed of writing a novel. She had a full-time job and a family to care for. She didn't have hours of free time, but she had persistence. Every night after her kids went to bed, she wrote just one page. Some nights she was tired, but she wrote anyway. It took her 2 years, but she finished the book. That book went on to touch thousands of lives. Her success wasn't in her speed. It was in her steady effort. Patience teaches you to stay calm when things take longer than expected. It helps you control your emotions when the results don't match your effort right away. It reminds you that all good things grow slowly. Without patience, frustration takes over. And frustration makes people quit. Persistence keeps you going when things get hard. It's the voice in your heart that says, keep moving. It's what pushes you to try again after failing. It's what helps you get back up when life knocks you down. Persistence doesn't mean never getting tired. It means not letting tiredness stop you. A young athlete once trained for a national competition. He wasn't the strongest or the fastest, but every day he showed up and trained, rain or shine. Other athletes missed sessions or gave up after injuries, but he kept going. Year after year, he improved. Eventually, he not only made the team, he won a medal. His strength came not from his muscles, but from his spirit. You might be working on a goal right now. Maybe it feels far away. Maybe the results are slow. Maybe people around you don't understand your dream. That's okay. Keep going. Be patient. Be persistent. The path of a high achiever is not always quick or easy, but it is always worth it. Here are a few things you can do to grow your patience and persistence. Side 1, set realistic goals. Big dreams are great, but break them into small steps. Celebrate the progress, not just the end. Each small win builds your confidence and reminds you that you are moving forward. 2, expect setbacks. There will be tough days. Things will go wrong. You will make mistakes. Expect them. Prepare for them. And when they happen, don't quit. Use them as lessons. 3, stay consistent. Even when motivation fades, stay in motion. Build routines. Make a schedule. Stick to it. Over time, your habits become stronger than your emotions. 4, remind yourself why. When things get hard, remember your reason. Why did you start? What are you working toward? Keep your vision clear. It will give you strength when your energy is low. 5, be kind to yourself. Progress takes time. Be patient with yourself. Don't rush. Don't compare. Your journey is your own. Trust it. Another example, a man wanted to learn photography. He bought a simple camera and started taking pictures every day. At first, his photos were not great. He watched videos, read books, and practiced every weekend. For years, no one noticed his work, but he didn't stop. He kept learning, kept shooting. Eventually, his photos were published in a magazine. His secret? Patience, persistence, and a love for the craft. High achievers often look calm, but behind that calm is a fire that says, I won't quit, a fire that says, I'll try again. That fire is built from years of quiet persistence and deep patience. They don't rush the process, they trust it. They know that great things take time. It's easy to want fast results, but fast success often fades fast. Real lasting success is slow. It is steady. It is built with daily effort and quiet courage. If you are patient, you will go farther. If you are persistent, you will get stronger. If you are both, you will be unstoppable. And here's the truth. You are capable of amazing things, but you must stay in the game long enough to see them happen. Don't give up because it's hard. Don't stop because it's slow. Keep showing up. Keep believing. Keep working. Every great person you admire got there through years of patience and persistence. No shortcuts, no magic, just steady steps forward. You can do the same. So today, if you feel like giving up, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this is part of the journey. Growth takes time. Progress is not always loud. Some of the most powerful changes happen quietly deep inside you. Stay patient, stay persistent, because your dream is possible and your future is waiting. Chapter 9, The Power of Positive Thinking. Our minds are powerful. What we believe and think every day shapes how we live, how we act, and how far we go. High achievers understand this truth deeply. One habit they all share is the habit of positive thinking. They train their minds to focus on what's possible, not what's impossible. They see setbacks as steps, not walls. They don't allow fear, doubt, or negativity to take control. Instead, they choose hope, strength, and belief. Positive thinking does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It means facing challenges with the belief that you can overcome them. It's about looking for solutions instead of only seeing problems. It's about believing in yourself even when others don't. It's about keeping your inner light on, even when life feels dark. Let's think about a young woman who wanted to start a small online business. She had little money, no experience, and many doubts. But she had one thing, belief in herself. She told herself every day, I can figure this out. I can learn. I can grow. When mistakes came, she didn't break down. She stayed calm. She stayed hopeful. Slowly, her small store began to grow. 1 year later, she was running a successful business from home. It all started with her mindset. Her positive thinking became her strongest tool. When you think positively, your energy changes. You become more open to ideas. You attract better people. You face hard times with more strength. That's because your mind is your foundation. If your thoughts are weak and negative, your actions will also be weak. But if your thoughts are strong and uplifting, your actions will follow with power and focus. High achievers do not let fear control their thoughts. They still feel fear, but they don't feed it. They replace fear with faith. Instead of thinking, I can't, they say, I will try. Instead of saying, what if I fail? They ask, what if I succeed? This simple change in words makes a big difference. Your words shape your world. Speak with power. Think with purpose. Positive thinking also builds resilience. When life pushes you down, a positive mindset helps you get back up. It tells you this is not the end. You still have a future. Some people stay down because they focus on everything that went wrong. High achievers rise because they focus on what they can still do right. They learn from the past, but they don't live in it. They choose to believe that something better is coming. Let's look at another example. A young man lost his job. At first, he felt angry, sad, and scared. But then he made a choice. He said, maybe this is my chance to do something new. He started learning digital design, something he had always loved but never pursued. He took free classes online, practiced every day, and slowly built a new career. What helped him most? Not a big opportunity, not money. It was his mindset. He turned a loss into a new beginning by choosing a positive attitude. You can train your mind to think positively, just like you train your body to grow stronger. At first, it might feel hard. Negative thoughts may still come. That's okay. The goal is not to never think negative thoughts. The goal is to notice them, stop them, and replace them with something better. Here are some ways to build the habit of positive thinking. 1. Practice gratitude. Every day, take a moment to think about what you are thankful for. It could be your health, your family, a friend, a lesson, or even a small win. Gratitude turns your focus from what's missing to what's already good. 2. Use powerful affirmations. Speak kind and strong words to yourself. Say things like, I am capable, I am growing, I am learning, or I will succeed. Say them daily, especially when life gets tough. 3. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who lift you up, not tear you down. Read inspiring books, listen to uplifting music, and avoid too much negative news or toxic talk. Protect your mind like you protect your home. Focus on solutions. When a problem appears, don't just complain. Start looking for ways to fix it. Even small steps forward can bring big changes. 5. Believe in possibilities. Don't shut down ideas before they even start. Stay open. Say, maybe I can instead of I never could. Give yourself a chance to grow. A young teacher once had a difficult class. The students didn't listen. The room was noisy and full of stress. Many teachers before her had given up, but she didn't. Every day she entered the classroom with a smile. She said to herself, I will make a difference. These kids can change. I can reach them. Slowly, her attitude spread. The students started to listen. The classroom began to change, not because of rules or fear, but because of her energy. Her belief changed the environment. That's the magic of positive thinking. It not only changes your own life, it can change the lives of those around you. It spreads. When people see you smiling through struggles, staying strong in storms, and believing in brighter days, they feel inspired too. Your mindset becomes a light for others to follow. It's also important to remember that you can still think positively and ask for help. Positive thinking is not about pretending everything is fine. It's about believing things can get better. And sometimes that means getting support. High achievers are not afraid to say, I need help. They are not weak for asking. They are wise. Positive thinking includes being honest and open. Lastly, your mindset shapes your future. If you believe you can't, you won't even try. If you believe you can, you give yourself the chance to grow. Every success starts in the mind first. Think like a winner, and you will act like one. Think like a learner, and you will become one. Think like a dreamer, and you will create a life full of possibilities. You have the power to choose your thoughts. Don't let your fears, doubts, or past pain decide your future. Take control. Speak life into your goals. See the best in yourself. See the best in each day. Your mind is your most valuable tool. Keep it strong. Keep it focused. Keep it positive. Because with a positive mindset, no dream is too big, no path is too long, and no mountain is too high. Believe in your journey and keep moving forward with faith. Chapter 10, Turning Habits into a Way of Life. As we come to the final chapter of this book, there is one last powerful truth to understand. High achievers don't just build habits, they live them. The habits we've explored so far, like setting goals, staying focused, being disciplined, and thinking positively, aren't things they do once in a while. These habits become a natural part of who they are. They don't need to think hard about doing the right thing. It becomes automatic because they've trained themselves through time and repetition. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every day and ask yourself, should I brush today? You just do it. It's part of your routine. That's how powerful habits can be when they are repeated long enough. They become a natural rhythm in your life. High achievers understand this and use it to their advantage. They create a system of small, good actions that become second nature. Over time, those small actions build a life of success. Let's think about a man who once struggled with confidence. He was quiet, nervous, and avoided challenges. One day he made a simple decision. He would speak up once a day, no matter how small the situation. At first it was uncomfortable. His voice shook. He felt awkward, but he kept doing it. Day after day, speaking became easier. Weeks turned into months. That small daily habit turned into a lifestyle of confidence. He later became a speaker who inspired others. It didn't happen overnight, but through steady effort, a new identity was born. That's what habits do. They shape your identity. They turn your goals into actions and your actions into character. The more you repeat a good habit, the more you believe, this is who I am. High achievers don't just say, I want to succeed. They say, I am the kind of person who does what it takes to succeed. This powerful mindset shift happens through habits lived daily. But here's the key. Change doesn't come from big dramatic moves. It comes from small, consistent ones. Many people think success is about taking huge leaps. It's not. It's about taking small steps every day. A high achiever doesn't write one book in a day. They write one page each day. A strong athlete doesn't train for 10 hours at once. They train for an hour day after day with focus. Over time, these small habits build big results. You don't need to change your whole life in 1 week. Start with one habit, start with one choice, and repeat it. That's how real change begins. A great way to do this is by using what some people call the habit loop. It has 3 parts: cue, action, reward. A cue is a trigger, something that reminds you to do the habit. The action is the habit itself. The reward is how you feel afterward. For example, if your cue is waking up, your action might be 10 minutes of reading, and your reward might be feeling inspired for the day. If you do that every morning, it becomes part of you. Let's say you want to be more productive. You can start by creating a small morning routine. Your cue is waking up. Your action is writing down your top 3 goals for the day. Your reward is a sense of clarity and purpose. Over time, you don't even have to force yourself to do it. It becomes natural. That's the beauty of habit building. It gets easier the longer you do it. High achievers also know how to protect their habits. They avoid things that break their focus or distract them from their routines. They say no to things that don't align with their goals. They build their lives around their most important habits, not around noise, stress, or distractions. A young designer once shared her story. She wanted to grow her creative skills, but worked full time. Her time was limited. So she made a habit of sketching for 20 minutes every evening. That habit seemed small, but she never missed a day. After a year, her work improved greatly, and she began taking freelance projects. She didn't wait for the perfect time. She built a habit into her busy life, and that habit shaped her future. One of the most inspiring truths about habits is this: you are always in control. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need permission. All you need is to start and keep going. If a habit helps you become better, make it a part of your life. If something pulls you down, let it go. Not all habits are helpful. Some habits drain your energy and steal your time. High achievers are honest with themselves. They ask, what is helping me grow? And what is holding me back? They cut out the bad habits and replace them with good ones. It's not always easy, but it is always worth it. When you look at someone who is successful, what you often don't see are the hundreds of small actions they repeated again and again. You see the result, but behind that result is a quiet, steady rhythm of effort. That rhythm is built through habit. As you move forward in your own life, remember this: you don't need to do everything at once. You just need to do something every day. Whether it's 5 minutes of learning, one healthy choice, one step toward your goal, that action counts. And when you repeat it, you become the kind of person who lives with purpose. Here are a few tips to help you build habits into your lifestyle. 1, start small and stay steady. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one habit and do it consistently. Big changes grow from small starts. 2, track your progress. Use a notebook or an app to mark each day you stick to your habit. Seeing your progress keeps you motivated. 3, be kind to yourself. If you miss a day, don't quit. Just get back on track the next day. High achievers don't aim for perfection. They aim for persistence. 4, review and adjust. Every few weeks, ask yourself, is this habit helping me? Can I improve it? Stay flexible. Your life changes and your habits should grow with you. 5, visualize the future you. Each time you repeat a habit, see yourself becoming that better version of you. Let that vision guide your daily choices. You have everything you need to live a life of growth, purpose, and success. The habits you choose today will shape your tomorrow. They will guide your actions, protect your focus, and build your future. Remember, this journey is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about making progress one day at a time. Let the habits of high achievers become part of your life. Let them live in your actions, your words, your choices. And soon, you'll notice something powerful. You won't just be doing these habits. You'll become the kind of person who lives them. And that's where true achievement begins. Conclusion: your journey begins now. As we reach the end of this book, I want you to take a moment and think about how far you've already come. Just by reading these chapters, you've taken a step many people never take. You've chosen to grow, to learn, and to change. That decision alone makes you different. It shows that you care about your life, your future, and the kind of person you want to become. Throughout these pages, we've talked about the habits of high achievers. You've learned how they set goals, stay focused, take action, stay disciplined, think positively, and keep going when things get hard. You've seen how they build strong routines, avoid distractions, and turn their habits into a way of life. Each chapter was filled with simple, clear truths that anyone, yes, anyone can apply, including you. But here's something important to remember. Knowing is not enough. Doing is what matters most. You can read every book, listen to every podcast, and watch every motivational video. But if you don't act, nothing will change. The real power of this book lies in what you choose to do next. Will you take these ideas and turn them into daily habits? Will you begin to live like the high achievers we talked about? Will you stop waiting for the perfect time and start now? You don't need to be perfect to begin. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to take one step today, one step toward a better version of yourself, one step toward your dreams, one step toward the life you truly want. High achievers don't have magical powers. They're not born with something special that others don't have. What makes them different is their mindset, their discipline, and their willingness to keep going, especially when life gets hard. And those things are not gifts. They are choices. You can choose them too. Yes, the road will have challenges. Yes, you will have bad days. Yes, sometimes you may want to give up. But when those moments come, remember this: you are stronger than you think. You have the power to push forward. You have the ability to grow. You have the right to build a life that excites you. Let this book be the starting point of something great in your life. Revisit the chapters when you need a reminder. Reflect on the lessons, practice the habits, and most of all, believe in yourself. Your future is not decided by your past. It is shaped by what you do now. So don't wait, don't delay, don't doubt. The habits of high achievers are now in your hands. Use them, live them. Let them guide you toward your goals. Start small, stay steady, and never stop moving forward. Your journey to success has already begun. Now, go live it. Thank you for listening to Habits of High Achievers by Bernard J. Lopez, brought to you by Fearless Audio. We hope these words didn't just pass through your ears, but reached your heart, igniting the drive, belief, and courage already inside you. Remember, greatness isn't about being born with special gifts. It's about building strong habits, making bold choices, and showing up for yourself every single day. You have the power to rise, to grow, to achieve more than you ever thought possible. Every step you take from this moment forward can lead you closer to the life you dream of, if you dare to act and keep going no matter what. If this audiobook moved you, inspired you, or gave you strength, please support Fearless Audio by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Together, we can help more people rise, rebuild, and believe in themselves again. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep becoming. Thank you again. Stay fearless.